Hello and welcome to the 445 Productive Joy Show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning. Hello early at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel at 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Guys, today we're talking about being spirit-led, led by the inner guidance mechanism that may lead you in a more efficacious way through the challenges of life. So let's dive right into the topic. Point one is that we encourage you to think about finding your own creative way to commune with yourself. I call it the inner spirit, and that's what we call it in my family, the inner spirit. You can call it just God, one love. We also call it one love. But that thing, that still small voice inside of you that all people have, right? At times people call it intuition. But because, in my experience, certainly you have to kind of cultivate that relationship, and you can, so that you may discern the inner spirit's guidance from, for example, indigestion. I'm saying that only halfway, jokingly, because the more that you commune with the self, because I'm sure many of you know that many people are so outside of their bodies, so detached from themselves. I've been that way when I was super young then, but many people never kind of get through that phase. I'm not judging, I'm just saying it's just a practical reality. That may be you. Again, this is not a judgment. I'm saying that there is a different, more helpful way to engage in life, which is by communing with yourself, being in your body, for example, which really goes into point two. How do you kind of commune with yourself? With that inner spirit, one practical way is to be in your body, which I know sounds weird because we're all in our bodies, but to connect with your body. So if you know this show, we talk a great deal about various types of spiritual modalities, meditation, yoga, Pilates, running, but those are all options which allow you just to settle into your body, and that I cannot stress that enough. It's the ideal of being in your body. It's so helpful. It's to ground you. I know at times, I'll have, when I'm super stressed or something's going on and I have to miss a run, I'm not physical enough in that day, anxiety, it creeps up on me like a thief in the night, but it's daytime. I have to really, people say, why do you be running all the time? Because if I don't run, I'd be in trouble, because that grounds me in my body, allows me to catch myself, focus on my breathing, connect to my breath, to my abdomen. So when I'm able to stop and sit down and be quiet, I'm fully in my body. And so I'm walking through the world as someone who's a spirit, but also in a physical body, and all that kind of comes across. But anyone can do it. That's the beauty of it. It's spiritual, metaphysical science. This is accessible to everybody. Again, we're not judging and saying this is the only way to do anything. We're just giving you opportunities to work on your game. So please see it just as that, which goes right into point three. As you do that work, listen, it's work. We're all busy. I'm very busy. We have lots of responsibilities. I've got lots of responsibilities for sure. But this inside job work, this inner work, man, I'm just shaking my head because I'm thinking about if I didn't have this technology, I would be a wreck. I probably wouldn't even be here. I know I'd be a wreck because I've had experiences. If I miss if I just miss 2 days, I'm different. If I have three not so good days of being on my spiritual practice, my running, meditating, yoga, things that I do all the time, the difference is so profound. It's actually a little frightening, because I see what my life could be like. I don't want that life. I don't want a life where I'm disassociated with my body, where I'm feeling anxious and unhappy and frustrated all the damn time. Everyone goes through those feelings from time to time, or for at times more than just for moments. As we go through very difficult challenges. I was sharing with a colleague, an individual recently that, I've had a series of extraordinary things happen to me over the last, 5 years. Things you couldn't even make up. It's been so crazy, And when you go through those difficulties, those things that are like, what the hell? I almost cursed for real. What the is this? You're just like, whoa. It's like it's a movie. It's a horror flick, but you're up in it. In fact, you're the star. You're not even like the co-star. You're like the star. Oh, man. I had that moment, right? Those years where it was like, wow. I could barely believe it. It was so extreme and so crazy. you know, which I won't get into all the craziness, but so I know what it's like, you know, trust me, you know, when you're going through it, you're just like, this is ridiculous. And thank God I have a spiritual practice, because that's what allowed me not just to survive it, which and barely survived it. I mean, when I say literally, physically, barely survived it. Man, so intense. But by going through it and really being in it, I mean, I was in it. I was, you know, sometimes you go around, but sometimes you have to go through stuff, you know? And I just went through it. It was so incredibly challenging. But through that, it made me better. You know, it is true that what doesn't kill you, although it gets close, it can make you better. It can make some people more bitter and angry and other things. But for me, it made me better. And it gave me more gratitude and other stuff, you know. So I'm just saying, it's not me. Anyone can do it because it's science. It can be replicated, right? But when you do the work, boy, it makes life so much more fulfilling, and I'm just grateful, you know? I'm just grateful right now. So that's it. I don't want to get too preachy up in here. Thanks for listening. We'll see you this afternoon. Oh, today's Friday. Great. Oh, my God. It's been a crazy week. It's been a rough week. See you Friday. Today's the last show of the week. Yeah. So we'll see you at 4:45 p.m. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces. I'm out.